Right, YouTube. You gotta bear with me. I reformatted a whole nother video, and most of the day went out because this format took forever. It took hours to finish. And so the sun is like going down, and it's getting darker in here. So unfortunately, you're not gonna get the best lighting in here. I think there's a better. Let's see, is there? Can we get a little more brightness? Is there maybe? Yeah. God, most of these screens are darkish on Modern Warfare 2. Alright. That's what we're going to talk about. Modern Warfare 2 review. Full review. We're not going to do nothing else. We're not going to go into multiplayer by itself. We're doing the full game review. So what do I have to say about it? Well, we did the campaign. The campaign held back. A lot of cut corners. Half of it is waiting for DLC for year 2. So what they did put out is like some of the maps I wanted to play and really get into is too short to enjoy, such as the Amsterdam map. People give it praises, but it don't deserve praises, and that's because it's too short. Nothing really much. I mean, it looks good. Like I mean, graphic wise, I said it is the best last gen graphics game I've ever seen. But that's last gen. It's not a next gen game. It's not a next gen graphics. I wonder if there's going to be next gen graphic packs, because this is basically Modern Warfare 19. Nothing different except they've done things they shouldn't have changed. They kept all the bad aspects. They didn't improve the good ones. They didn't bring the good ones. It's just a lackluster, non-enjoyable. I mean, it's nothing. It's bareboned. They made a pure barebone game. Both Halo and Battlefield had more on their launch games that done poorly than this. Campaign, like I said, is decent. I gave it a 75. I gave it a C. That's because all the good stuff is for, like I said, year 2. But I mean, this game is atrocious because half of it is in DLC. It's got to be a 2-year game, so we got that. Then they cut half of that itself for game modes to last for this year for the first year. So we got less than 25% of the game. And not even that. If you bought a physical, guess what? You just got a license. There's nothing on the actual disc. That's because the whole game is worked on servers. That's right. If you get a ban, and there's a lot of people who got banned, even though they're not cheaters, I mean, I've seen people, I don't know what's reading on their consoles or systems, and they're just getting permaban, and they're not getting excused or anything unless high profile lawyers are going to their studios to complain. Yes, there are cheaters, and some of them get banned, but how is it the true cheater rats don't get a ban, but here we got people just, the ricochet is just banning randoms. I don't get that. So we get less than a quarter of the game. Campaign, you can't campaign. I mean, like, if, even that's with the server, I mean, we're done. Let's talk about that. I mean, there's so much negative stuff about this game. It's just hard to like fully talk about it all. Okay. Co-op. Okay, we got a little bit decent stuff. It was a little bit fun, and unfortunately, that's where that lays at because there's only 3 things to go through. Once again, it's held back because guess what? It's cut off for year 2 DLC. Oh God, I hate that. Like anything that's supposed to be fun is there's too many negatives to hold it back. Once you've done those co-op, that's it. I mean, there's no point going back to it. Once you got those 3 stars and you got your platinum trophy for those co-ops, that's it. So that's the second of the 3 modes here. Now it's multiplayer. That's all that's left with this game because guess what? Like I said, everything is held back for season 1. We ain't got time to wait to get a review for it, okay? If that was the case, you should have held back, polished this game up some more, and released it in November like you usually do. Excuse me, usually do with your Call of Duty titles. Because you put this on October 28th, is the most unfinished game I've ever seen out of anything. It's pure bare boned. So many things cut from it. Too many things broken because they flipped the switch like after middle of day one. Yes, they flipped the switch for all skill based matchmaking, and you can tell this happened because right before you get into a map, you got those little lobbies. You see your players. Well, it will freeze. It wasn't doing that on day one in the early hours because guess what? They didn't have all the skill based matchmaking on. They just had the rank, you know. But if you didn't know, there's different skill based matchmaking. Go look at the patterns. There's more of it. They can nerf you. They can nerf your health. They can nerf your hit rate, as in maybe 1 out of 3 bullets will hit the enemy. Um, it's just a lot of nerfing of your character itself. Who wants to be in matches in which they control you, control the rate of the game, the momentum? I mean, it sucks. Nobody likes skill based matchmaking unless it's ranked league. You know, you got your league or your ranked mode, and that's where this goes to. That's it, but you don't integrate it into the main multiplayer itself. It's trash. Nobody enjoys it. Everything's too sweaty and everything is broken because you flip the switch for all the things. And what I mean everything is broken is, and sometimes things work, sometimes it don't. Sometimes you got your little silencers on, and I'm talking about the actual silencers, not just changing the front throttle for something else, but like it says silencer. Sometimes the enemies hear it. It's not a true silencer. I tested it. Sometimes hit rate will hit the enemy, sometimes it won't. You never know if you're being nerfed or what. But sometimes I tested it, even headshots, empty out the whole clip, the person be alive. Sometimes I can shoot them 3 times and they die. But it feels majority of the time when the enemy hits you, you just die off 3 times. It really sickens me to be in these sweaty lobbies where I unload half the clip into the enemy and then they start shooting me, and after 1 hit I'm dead. They don't have sniper rifles. I shouldn't die off that, off 1 hit, I mean, oh my gosh, that's broken. Balancing everything in this game is so unbalanced. They have to balance everything. I mean, like, this game is so broken. There's so many bugs and glitches in the game. PC, their freaking screens are flickering. Just flicker in the. Oh god. Consoles, because they flipped the switch for all the skill-based matchmaking, aim assist broke. Once again, another game 4 times in a row, aim assist breaks and it's useless. Because how is it half the first day aim assist work? I tested it. I put on Black Ops and I put on Modern Warfare Standard, and it worked good. And then when they flipped the switch, first I noticed that my lock would break. I'll follow the characters when my aim assist locked on, and then it just breaks. They run past it and it just don't follow. I'm like, what the hell? But then it don't work no more at all. It works sometimes with controllers for a PC, but console players, your controller is ass. Afterwards. I mean, yes, the game feels more made for controllers, but at the same time, like I said, PC get aim assist at times, but consoles, no, you gotta do all the work when you're at a disadvantage, and you always feel disadvantaged. Even, I mean, some people have maps they like. Here, you just got doable maps in this game. Some maps are doable, and then you got some terrible maps. Nobody likes the highway. They gotta remove it. Get rid of it. It is the most useless map in Call of Duty history. How do you make one path? and oh god, it's a terrible map design. Most of these maps ain't made for certain weapons, and oh god. They had to take off the fine tuning for attachments because that ended up breaking the game. And I mean, it's so much unbalanced in this game. I mean, like, oh god, headshots. How's it that you got to unlip a whole clip and sometimes the enemies still live when you're shooting them in the head? It makes no sense. Sometimes the snipers work, sometimes they don't. The hit detection, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Silencer, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes dead silence works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes the audio works and sometimes it don't, as in hearing footsteps. You can hear some people and some others you don't. They can assassinate you and they're running, sprinting, sliding, and you don't hear it. They don't have dead silence. I don't get it. I just don't get it. This is like a half-assed hardcore mode, and it's sometimes things work, sometimes it don't. This is hands down the worst released Call of Duty launch game I've ever played. I thought Vanguard was bad. Mm-mm. I just asked for one thing and one thing only with this game. Let it be fun. That's all I wanted. I knew this was going to be a start of a fresh, new, integrated Warzone Call of Duty that would branch to the next two. But since the Activision and Xbox still start having issues, they said this would be the only one. And the next one in 2024 is going to be a brand new engine, brand new start, brand new full cycle. This game did not get a full 3-year cycle either, okay? Don't be fooled. That's a complete lie. How is every company working on this game and it sucks? Things are unbalanced and broken. How? I don't get it. That because some things are working on one thing, some studios working on another, some studios working on Warzone. I mean, that's why certain things feel different. Because different studios are doing different aspects and they're not talking with each other. I mean, you really screwed up, okay? This game is so unfun. It's not funny. Your big streamers are up arms about the game. Your even rats, some of your rats are up against this game as well. They know how bad it is. You can't pay them enough to give good reviews. IGN gave this a bad review, and it looked like I guess somebody must have did something good because now IGN are changing the titles to their videos or whatever that goes with Modern Warfare 2. Somebody got paid off, right? It's the fact this game has promise, but nobody has time to wait for it to get good. Okay, you put out a game on this date, you're gonna get the review on it. I gave it a couple days. I waited for a day one patch, and guess what? When the game got released for public, that's when the day patch one already happened, and it's still this atrocious. Hands down, this is my review. This is the worst Call of Duty I've ever played, because there's more negatives that overshadow the positives. Vanguard looks like Black Ops compared to this game. I thought nothing could defeat a Vanguard of being so bad, but here we are. There's nothing fun about this game. Everything has been taken away. It is like everybody's been punished. Like, hey, you've been destroying these noobs for too long. Now everybody's on the same term. We've got rid of the pro curve. We've gotten rid of competition. We got rid of rush. We got rid of certain guns being more OP'd over others. Here, I mean, all you need is high fire rate. But never have I played a Call of Duty game in which the statistics are wrong. Here you may have guns that look like, hey, the damage is so high. All you need a few bullets. No, it don't work like this. Not in this Call of Duty, it doesn't. It's not even like Modern Warfare 19 at all. Here, you may have a high-powered gun that may think, okay, this is going to be awesome. But because the handling and mobility is shit, the gun is useless compared to others. I don't get it. How is it I got a stronger weapon and I don't know, have to clip into somebody and they turn around and shoot me and I die first? It makes no sense. I'm doing headshots, I get shot in the damn pinky toe, I die. I've tested this out. I tested where I started unloading a clip and I just got hit by one bullet and all of a sudden, doo-doof, doo-doof, I'm in red, doo-doof, doo-doof. It makes no sense. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. But I've tested enough time to know. Like I said, some of these maps are doable. A lot of it's trash. I hate the highway. The best map got redone, being the Grand Prix, is now comic, whatever the hell Prix it is, and people have started to camp it. It's not fun. It's no longer supposed to be the best map. It's damn near the second worst map now. Some maps I like it's doable. Okay, we got this building here. We got the embassy. We got these two buildings here. That's probably doable. And it's like some kind of outside. We got this desert type broken buildings where you can snipe. That's pretty decent. But as soon as I see that highway, I'll jump out. Sometimes I can't because the skill-based matchmaking has locked me in, and I gotta wait till the match starts because it froze. So I gotta get out my class to exit out. There's no leaderboards. There's no freaking combat records. There's no rifle, so you don't know who your rival killed you more than everybody else, or you killed them more. The kill cams are asked. Is it the final kill cam? Is it the play of the? I mean, what is it? It's useless. The animations take too long to do. You can try to throw a grenade, bam, you dead. The animations are too long for everything. For something that's supposed to be a fast-paced game, it just feels sluggish, slow, and you done got a big pile of shit in your pants you're running with. It feels more Call of Duty forward than any modern Call of Duty after. It sucks. And like I said, eventually, probably year two will get better. But I mean, who wants to wait? Who wants to wait till November to have something to do? Here they said after 55. I mean, they really made a post on Call of Duty page of after you level 55, we have weapon achievement. They're really pushing the ambition of weapons in which you don't give a damn. Okay, Modern Warfare 19 got its praise for the weapons, but everything else, Cold War, destroyed. It takes too long to unlock stuff. It takes too long to do stuff with weapon camos. Vanguard, the same issue. And here, Modern Warfare 2, it ignored everything people has been saying. They did exactly what Modern Warfare 19 did, and they brought some of the bad stuff from the other games too, such as skill-based matchmaking fully thing. Because guess what? Modern Warfare 19 didn't have all the skill-based matchmaking stuff. They only had ranked, and that's it. All this extra things to nerf your health. If you bought a bundle, you get buffed. I mean, like, come on, man, this is such trash. First time in Call of Duty history, there is nothing to do. I've hit level 55, and that's it. I'm done. I'm bored as hell. I don't care about the weapon stuff. I mean, it feels like a chore. It's tedious. It's a negative. I'm the only one out here who's trying to rank up the weapons, and some of these big pro, well, not pro, but these better players, they just concentrate on one weapon they want, and it's the best thing, and that's what they keep with. Your teammates don't do no objectives. You just there trying to do objectives, constantly getting killed because everybody's just trying to go for kills for their KD ratio. They don't care about losing the game. They don't care about objectives. They just want their kill deaths up. This game has no rewards. There's no incentives. I'm already level 55, so double XP is completely useless. What is it for? Nothing. I'm already level 55. Who cares when season 1 comes and you go level 1000? I'm at the max already. There's no incentive for going level 1000 except feeling like a dumbass doing it. There's no calling cards. There's no skins to try to get. There's nothing in this game. Once you get to level 55, you don't even get the congratulations, you're at the max character achievements. I mean, like, damn, every Call of Duty, if you prestige or got to 55, you felt like you accomplished something. You don't accomplish jack shit in this game. You never feel rewarded. The game don't feel fun. You don't feel like you're... Jesus. I didn't have as much issues with Vanguard as this. Vanguard, I had some fun in it, okay? The matches here are so tedious because of the damn chessboard respawn system. It's ass. Nobody enjoys going middle or past the middle to die to constantly go back to the same end point over and over and over. It's a rinse and repeat that sucks. They figure, hey, we got hell off all the other spawn past games. We just going to do the chessboard method. But let me tell you, somebody thought your team goes somewhere else and your other enemies to spawn out your ass. They spawn out the one enemy you killed, and so you want to move forward, and bam, there's 3 come out, spawn in front of you to chop you up. I mean, how can you have fun when it's just a constant Sweatfest. You want to get some high kills, but the only way to do that is camping. They reward the campers. They reward you for just doing shit. All you gotta do is stand there and have your scope out. As soon as pull trigger, that's it. This is how everybody's playing. This is what killed Modern Warfare 19 off. Multiplayer has been my bread and butter. You want to know why they've done this? They found a method to force people to go into Warzone. Because that's where they buy the bundles, that's where they get the most money. They found a way to make mobile gaming microtransaction objective into console gaming. Do Warzone. They made multiplayer so bad that you want to go into Warzone. This is how they do the transition. The past 3 games, I didn't see it. Vanguard, I questioned. But here you see it plain as day. And guess what? Warzone 2 ain't even out yet. That's why they're claiming it as its own game and not part of a game mode. They only have 6v6. Where's the 10v10, 12v12, 32 player? Where's those at? Here they found a way to claim red and blue as a ground war. Ground war used to be the big maps where you had like more people playing. But here they brought in a fake ass Warzone levels into ground war. They renamed red versus blue into ground wars when there's already stuff attached to the title ground war. Jesus, I mean, like, where is the stuff? There's no hardcore mode. Everything has been gutted, and there's too many negatives to find anything. The best aspect is when you do find people on the mic and they're just joking, making fun. But guess what? They're kicked out after the match is done. Remember the lie they told us? Hey, we're not going to change anything after beta. But the one thing we are going to change is trying to keep you in those matches, into lobbies. We're not going to kick you out one. Well, guess what? Skill-based matchmaking kicks you automatically. There's no way to fix that unless you take out the skill-based matchmaking and redo it. And you're not going to do. So you basically lied to us. Once again, another cheap gimmick. Because this is what the Call of Duty, the developers do. They go by corporate. No longer is this fanfare or for the players or the developers have control. Corporate comes down, hey, Warzone, find a way to get people into it, and this is the way they do it. By destroying other modes. Here I thought headquarters were going to come back, the real headquarters like from World War II that was ripped off from Destiny, but it was fun. So a big person said it was going to be back, but it's just headquarters game mode, I guess, unless later down the road they're going to they bring all the good stuff. Jesus. More negatives than positives, it overshadows the positives. This game is dookie. And nobody got time to wait for it to get good. But unfortunately, since there's no real competition, you got to play it, get your money's worth. At least I went through 2 seasons of Vanguard before I figured they're struggling. They don't know how to fix things. They don't know how to make it fun, and I just quit. Modern Warfare 19 is the one Call of Duty game I didn't give a true chance with, like complete season playthrough. Once people decide they were going to camp and ruin the game, I quit. There's far too many negatives of people jumping into walls, out of bounds, and they weren't fixing it. God, Black Ops 4 had more, and that had got a 1.5 year term of being made to revolve around Blackout. But at least they had the sugar skull skins. This has nothing. They finally put an endowment package in here, but nothing else. There's nothing to achieve. Nothing. It's too easy to get their operatives. I unlocked that without even trying. And all the fun is gone. What's there to do? I'm bored. You fucked it up. That's all I gotta say. Hands down, the worst Call of Duty ever. But corporate is going to say it's the best because guess what? It has outsold all, not completely outsold, but it's the best launch Call of Duty ever. And they're using that title to say, hey, that means this game is good. No, it's not. They're using that title every year as that's what defines the game. Even so, there's a lot of shit that needs to be improved. Balances need to be done. We're still waiting for the so-called next patch, and it's not. Where is it? There's no talk. There's nothing. It was leaked after our new game modes finally coming out and saying what season 1 looks like, but damn, what y'all doing, Infinity Ward? Y'all are ass. Y'all used to be great. I understand most of your developers quit because they don't want to be confined and controlled. How is it that your listings for jobs are actual influencers? How is it this game used to be made with actual military people brought in, and y'all took what advice they gave to make it more military shooter, and now you got your influencers telling you, well, little Timmy want bundles. That's what we got to work on. And little Timmy wants to feel like a pro. Well, guess what? We took all the good shit out that everybody's on the same level. Now little Timmy will feel like a pro. If he gets a bundle, he'll really be a pro for 3 or 4 matches. It is time Overwatch 2 has what it feels like we complain about. Bring back loot crates. In fact, I mean, like I figured out a way to make things in a better way. Just don't freaking make people pay, to get things quicker or whatever. I mean, we could still had the loot crate system, but at the same time, you kind of incentive where you could grind. Well, I mean, like you could already grind, but like other people just earning a better method through challenges. If you make better challenges to unlock certain items throughout like a season, that would have been better. World War II figured things out near the end. Near the end of events, they increased the rates for loot crates. But here, I mean, like, Jesus, now you want everything bought? You can't just earn? You can't grind for nothing? And here you made prime example of getting rid of everything. I'm done. This game gets an F. It is easily the worst Call of Duty I've ever played. I'm pretty sure there's more I wanted to talk about, but Jesus, the unbalanced stuff. I just can't enjoy this game at all. There's nothing to enjoy. I don't have time to wait for him to change or make improvements. You put it out in this date. This is the day it gets rated. It's ass. But I gotta keep playing because I want to get my money's worth. Y'all charged us $70 for this trash game. You basically made a free-to-play game that's not free. You just figured out how to make microtransactions work on a console game. That's all. Trash. And it's not a bad game. It's just too many negatives and balanced stuff, and it takes away the fun, takes away of anything that I can give it. There's way too many more negatives than positives. So, my campaign was much better, but this, God, multiplayer is my bread and butter, and you fucked it up. Well, maybe one day in year 2 it'd be fun, but right now, I can't. This is a 2-year game, and you fucked it up. Enjoy.